All right, we are in conversation, as I've mentioned earlier on, with Siphelele Mchunu, also known as Pele Pele, and we'll take a look at, Celeste, Ntuli, Tumi, Morake, Emelda, Futhi, Noko, Moswete, Skhumba, Hlophe, Mpho, Mashabela, Galane, and Simphiwe, Shembe, who are some of the comedians that will headline the Dzuming Game, an anti-gender-based violence comedy show. Now this, as comedians, take a stand against gender-based violence. This is the brainchild of award-winning comedian Siphelele Mchunu, popularly known as Pele Pele, who joins us now via Zoom to tell us more about the show that takes place at the Soweto Meat Lovers in Protea Glen in Soweto on the 5th of December. Pele Pele, thank you so much for staying with us, man. I see you've been online throughout. Ngiyabona ukuthi ujimile, man. You've stocked up of enough data, eh?
Well, not really. I told you I'm in Cape Town, so I'm in a hotel, so you can imagine. It's a free data.
It's free data. Good for you, man. Now, for the benefit of our SABC2 viewers who've just joined us, speak to us about the comedians lined up and what we can look forward to.
All right. Obviously, that you've said that the show is happening on the 5th of December. Gates are opening at 12 and the show starts at 2. But I've organized the comedians that I'm working with only because some of them, I used to look up to them before I even started in the industry or got to where I am. So the likes of your Tumi, Morake, the likes of your Celeste, Ntuli. By the way, I'm in Cape Town with Celeste Ntuli right now. We're doing a tour. So yeah, you can imagine. And then I've got Emelda, Futhi, and Noko, Moswete. And then Skhumba, Hlophe on the guy's side, obviously, one of the big guns. And then I've got Mpho as well, who's been in the game. And I've got Mashabela, Galane as well. And then Simphiwe, Shembe, all the way from KZN, one of the best to ever make it. And myself, Pele Pele, who's the host. And in this regard, since the show is called Dzuming Game, Ni Oli. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there's no other way of putting it. Ni Oli. I'm on the girls, I'm on the guys' side as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what the show is all about.
Now, this battle of the sexes, Pele Pele, how's that going to work?
Basically, since I'm the hosting person and I'm a guy, I'm going to start with the guys. So the aim is that if one guy comes in and they're funny, I'm on their side. Same as if a girl comes in and they're funny, I'm on their side. So I'm best of both worlds. So yeah, it's going to be, it's 8 comedians. So the first half will have 2 girls, 2 boys, and the second half is 2 girls, 2 boys. The only problem now is I do not know who's opening my show and who's closing my show because I've got cream de la cream of comedians. It's a tough one. Don't you want to be part of this, my man?
Of course I want to. Yes, Now, I mean, why was it important for you, Pele Pele, to include the cream de la cream of comedians in South Africa?
First of all, it's in Soweto. I'm actually the only award-winning comedian, and people of Soweto have to actually drive far to watch comedy. To watch your likes of your Celeste, your Skhumba's, your Tumi, Morake's, and the list is endless. So I believed to myself, you know what? Let me bring this to Ekasi because people always think Ekasi go rough and stuff like that. And we can actually come and laugh about things that happen in Ekasi and also put light that these things are not right. We can actually fix them, but we can actually do this in laughter. We can get together in laughter. Not that we have to fight every time and start killing each other. It doesn't work like that. So I called the guys, and the guys said, you know what, Pele Pele, we like this, and we are part of it. So yeah, hence the Dzuming Game is coming on the 5th. Yeah, come get your tickets. It's $250. At Web Ticket and Pick and Pay. So I'd love to see you guys there as well.
Okay, most definitely. And I know that South Africa has already entered the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. I know that this comedy show goes far beyond that. I mean, what are you hoping to achieve with this concept?
I wish that this keeps going on. The reason Dzuming Game is called, it's because of the games. People can relate of the games we used to play as kids. But my achievement is that this goes on and people understand that boys and girls do argue, but they can laugh it off. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it has to end with the fight because honestly, I'm a radio presenter as well. I do breakfast show on Josie FM and I always say us men. I never say men kill. I always put myself in there because it is us at the end of the day that do this. You know, it is us that are killing our women that we used to protect. I mean, I saw one lady the other day posting on social media saying, you know, you even look at a guy and you like them, but you're thinking, is he the one that's going to kill me? Now we are afraid of you guys. And it touched me, you know, because I'm one of the guys. Probably someone is looking at me saying, oh, Pele Pele is cute for me, but hey, maybe he will kill me or he's violent and stuff like that. So I sat down and said, you know what, we can resolve this in laughter. So I wish everyone can come. Obviously, not everyone will because of lockdown regulations, but I wish people can come and word of mouth will go out so that a show like this comes back again, where we always fight gender-based violence, 16 days of activism against the abuse of women and children, which I think it shouldn't be 16 days. It should be 365 days.
Indeed.
If I were the president.
Yeah, you're quite right, the Pele Pele. Now, you said that this is only the beginning. What do you mean by this? And what can community lovers expect from you in the future? Are we likely to have more shows of this caliber?
Most definitely. Now this has started in Soweto. It's starting on the 5th. My wish is that it goes to every province. I mean, I'm currently in Cape Town. There's nothing wrong in coming to Cape Town, KZN, Mpumalanga, because GBV and abuse of kids and women is a South African problem. It's not a Soweto problem. You know, it's just that I cannot be in so many places at the same time. But moving forward, it's going to go to different provinces so that people get to understand exactly that this is not on. My gents, this thing started with us of gender-based violence. It will end with us. Let's just finish this thing. It's not Ayoba.
Not Ayoba at all. Great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for joining us, and all the best, man.
Yeah. Thank you very much, man. Have yourself a beautiful day, and stay safe, guys.
You too. Thank you. All right, that was award-winning comedian Siphelele Mchunu, popularly known as Pele Pele, speaking to us about what's been dubbed a comedy show like no other, a battle of the sexes, a comic stance standing up against gender-based violence, taking place in Soweto Meat Lovers, Protea Glen in Soweto on the 5th of December.